Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with week 4 of P4G. The Detroit Siblings are taking on my friends in Playmore Esports. Love all those guys. John and I go way back. Ben and I go way back. I don't know too much about Tyler, but he seems like a good guy in the videos. So definitely, if you guys are not familiar with any of their content, please go check out their channel. I love the way that they're doing Draft League content over there. It is so fresh. It is so good. I think they are really just tapping into the potential of what is available when putting a full team effort behind just a great production in Pokemon Draft Leagues. I can't say enough good stuff about them. Go check them out. If you guys missed last week's battle, unfortunately, we took a little bit of an odd word, pretty big L. We took a pretty big L, ended up getting swept pretty bad, 5-0 by Gentleman Thomas. He is not a gentleman, unfortunately, and that has put us down to 2-1. We are currently 2-1 with an even record, 0 across the board. So hoping to bounce back this week. We definitely have our work cut out for us. And before we hop into things, there are actually some free agency transactions that were made in between battles. I talked about at the beginning of last week that if it didn't go well, we were probably going to switch some stuff up just based off the difficulty of team building that I had going into week 3. So I want to go ahead and start talking about those. There were 2 transactions that were made effective prior to this match. The first one is that we did drop one of our Terra captains in Glaceon. I know that was a fan favorite. That was my favorite. Really liked the idea of it. Unfortunately, just the way the team was built, we wanted to kind of make it just a little bit faster. You know, there was a lot of opportunity to just build up some speed. Glaceon really was not cutting it too much. And earlier in the week, actually, there was a free agency transaction which turned out to benefit us in our favor. So while Glaceon is going into retirement for the rest of the season, we are bringing Egg Boys, the Doug Trio, onto the roster. Pure ground type Kanto Doug Trio. Something to note, this is a Terra Captain. The Arena Trap ability is banned, and without a Sand Setter, the other 2 abilities are frankly useless. So not too much in the means of the ability, but why did I grab Doug Trio? So 120 base speed, huge, absolutely huge. We did not have anything above like base 90, I want to say, prior to. Now we're all of a sudden sitting at 120, which is great. 100 base attack, really solid attack stat. Obviously, in a low tier league, you know, 100 to 120-ish is a really solid range to be at. It's not any of the power creepy stuff that we saw in last season with all the new Paradox Mons and things like that. So 100 base attack feels good, right? It is super fast. It's got access to hazards. It's got some priority and Sucker Punch. It does get access to Swords Dance now, which is really awesome, being able to just kind of boost that additional attack stat that it already has. And then also being a Terra Captain, we are able to terrestrialize into 3 different types, one of them being our natural type ground, and the other 2, and I wanted to kind of talk about those a little bit. So ground Terra typing is going to be our most offensive one, just being able to boost those earthquakes just a little bit more. The next one that I wanted to go with was flying, and just kind of taking a look at what resists ground naturally, you know, grass, bug, things like that. So being able to toss up a Terra Blast flying into any of those Pokemon that might otherwise wall us or resist us pretty well, that should be really beneficial to us. And then a little bit of a defensive typing here, but also just to kind of help break waters and things along those lines. What about Terra Grass as well? Again, same concept. Terra Grass being a little bit more defensive typing, being able to toss off a Terra Blast Grass into an opposing water Pokemon or something along those lines could be very beneficial for us. So that was one of 2 transactions. The other transaction that we made, unfortunately, as well as they have done for us this season, again, in the vein of just getting a little bit more speed on the team, Angel Dust, the Hitmontop, is going into retirement for the rest of the season. And in his place, we are grabbing Sarah the Virizion. Virizion is a Pokemon I've actually never used in Draft League. I have had the pleasure of using the other 2 Swords of Justice, 2 of the other Swords of Justice. I forget, Keldeo is always one of them. Never used Keldeo. I've had the pleasure of using Cobalion and Terrakion in Draft League before. I really enjoy them. So I figured Virizion coming out of tier 4 would be a pretty good fit. Virizion's got some really interesting stat investments. So 91 base HP, 90 attack, 72 defense, 90 special attack, 129 special defense, then 108 speed. So we're able to outdo, you know, a lot of base 100s and below. We're able to put on a lot of good pressure. And honestly, between its base 90 attack and special attack stat, we can either run something like a Calm Mind set, we can run a Swords Dance set, we can, afford to run maybe a mixed attack or something along those lines. So just a little bit more speed, still trying to keep a strong close combat on the team. Grass typing giving us a little bit more of a defensive backbone there in that regard. It does open us up to a 4x weakness in flying, but we've got plenty of Pokemon on the team that resist that. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below as far as what you feel about the free agency transactions that were made going into this week. I really like them, but of course, I am always curious to know your guys' thoughts. We will be bringing one of those two this week, and you guys will start to hear about that. But the team builder, of course, itself is next. If you guys are unaware, I'll have some text floating somewhere on screen in post-production regarding the battle and when to skip to as far as that goes. I always recommend you guys watch the team builder so you guys know what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. So halfway through the battle, you're not like, well, why didn't you bring that? Well, I probably explained why I didn't bring it. But all that being said, really got my work cut out for me. Ben's been on an absolute tear. It's been a pleasure to watch him battle and play, and really looking forward to this matchup. Leave a like if you're new, subscribe for more, and you guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has a team that consists of Krookodile, Hatterene, Superior, Tentacruel, Galvantula, Porygon 2, Blaziken, Orthworm, Frostlass, Rampardos, and Altaria. Some things to note about my opponent's team: Rampardos and Altaria are going to be the Terra captains. Rampardos, Terra Rock, Ground, and Grass. Altaria, Terra Flying, Steel, and Fairy. Ben is really good at what he does, and I would be shocked to find that he doesn't utilize a Terra Captain really well and just plays to his outs and just gives me a run for my money. So let me pull up my team here. I'm running a little bit behind here. I apologize. As far as what we are bringing, so first up out the gate, you guys already saw the slide on screen and things along those lines. We're bringing Egg Boys, the Doug Trio. Now, the Egg Boys are holding their black belt with the Sand Force ability. Again, Arena Trap. If you didn't watch the free agency transaction and you're like, oh, I must have done it in free agency. Arena Trap is banned. That is why Doug Trio is able to be a Terra captain here. We have Endure, Swords Dance, Earthquake, and Reversal. 56 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 200 in speed with a Jolly Nature. Doug Trio outspeeds Ben's entire team. Earthquake is really good into the majority of Ben's team as well, barring Superior and Altaria and Earth Eater Orthworm. The way around that is to run Endure Reversal. Now, Endure may make him fear a Custat Barrier of some sort, just being able to try to get that cheeky hit off. But the idea is to bring us down to 1 HP, and then a Black Belt boosted Reversal, doing a good amount of damage to Orthworm, doing a great amount of damage to something like Superior as well. If we are able to get a Swords Dance up on something that we scare out, like maybe the Tentacruel, the Galvantula, the Blaziken, something along those lines, we're looking really good with the Egg Boys. We are running Terra Ground just for that extra tickle on Earthquake. If we are, this is not my intended Terra Captain. It is there if the other Terra Captain doesn't work out, or if we see that there's a little bit more of an out with just mono Earthquake spam. Speaking of our other Terra Captain, we are bringing Serpentius the Servine. He's rocking his Eviolite with the Contrary ability. Leaf Storm, Terra Blast, Knockoff, and Synthesis. We have 248 EVs in HP, 12 in defense, 4 in special attack, 12 in special defense, 232 in speed with a Timid Nature. With this spread, we are outspeeding Adamant Krookodile, Max Blaziken. We are outspeeding also Altaria, Orthworm, Porygon 2, Rampardos, and Hatterene. Leaf Storm, Terra Blast just working, and Terra Blast, we are running Stellar Terra this week, so that way our Terra Blast is just providing neutral coverage across the board there. We're not just locked into constantly hitting resisted hits with Leaf Storm. We're able to boost our special attack. We're able to boost our special attack with Leaf Storm and Terra Blast, being able to boost our bulk as well. The defense off Terra Blast will be nice as well. Knockoff, being able to remove some items, could be beneficial to us. Synthesis for the recovery as well. Nothing too crazy to say there. I wanted just a little bit more of a bulky pivot that could throw off some big damage in the end game if we wanted to. Next up, we are bringing Alistair, the Rotom Heat. He is rocking his heavy-duty boots with the Levitate ability. We have Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Overheat, and Nasty Plot. 248 EVs in HP, 52 in defense, 208 in speed with a Timid Nature. Again, this spread outrunning an Adamant Krookodile, a Max Speed Blaziken, and then Altaria, Orthworm, Porygon 2, Rampardos, and Hatterene. Will-O-Wisp is nice to really kind of hopefully cripple some of those Pokemon that might otherwise physically pressure us, like Krookodile, like the Orthworm if need be, like Rampardos. Volt Switch is good pivoting. Overheat is just really a big nuke into a lot of things. Nasty Plot, if we can get any sort of a boost up on a switch and then get a +2 Volt Switch or a +2 Overheat off, could be really nice for the team overall. Next up, I'm really thinking this is going to be our lead for the team. We are bringing Vaggie the DNC. She is rocking her Shuka Berry with the Clear Body ability. Rock Polish, Iron Defense, Draining Kiss, and Body Press. We have 84 EVs in HP, 252 in defense, 172 in speed with a Bold Nature. Prior to a Rock Polish, we are outspeeding Hatterene, a minimum speed Rampardos, Porygon 2, and Orthworm. And then after a Rock Polish, we are outspeeding everything on Ben's team aside from Scarfers. The idea is to use this to set up in front of a physically offensive Earthquake from Krookodile or a physically offensive Orthworm with something like Iron Head or Heavy Slam. Going for a Rock Polish through the Shookaberry, being able to kind of take that. The idea is to Rock Polish in front of Krookodile, maybe Iron Defense in front of the Orthworm just to make ourselves a little bit better there. Rock Polish will put us at a place where we're outspeeding everything. Iron Defense is going to start boosting our defense stat by 2 stages. We'll start to be able to take those Earthquakes, those Iron Heads, those Heavy Slams just a little bit better. Draining Kiss is really nice for recovery across the board, and after a few Iron Defenses, Body Press is just doing a ton of work across the team. So probably thinking this is going to be a dedicated lead. Like I said, it's really going to depend on what we see at team preview, but I'm really leaning into using Vaggie as our dedicated lead this week. Next up, we are bringing Charlie the Sylveon. She's rocking Light Clay with the Pixelate ability. We have Wish, Baton Pass, Light Screen, and Hyper Voice. 252 EVs in HP, 4 in defense, 252 in special defense with a Calm Nature. Just naturally, we are speed tying Porygon 2 without any speed investment. We are outspeeding Zero Speed Rampardos, then we are outspeeding Hatterene as well. We are very slow. This is meant to get a very slow turn off with Baton Pass, being able to toss Wishes off from our 95 base HP into Dugtrio, into Rotom, into Servine is going to be really nice. I feel like a Light Screen could help out Diancie just a little bit there. We've got a good way of boosting up our physical defense and then just trying to hopefully mitigate some of the especially offensive pressure that stuff like Superior, Porygon 2, Frostlass, Galvantula can put out. So I think the Light Screen will come in handy there. And then Hyper Voice, just really good move to toss off between Pixelate and just being able to boost that a little bit more. Going through subs as well could be nice if we're ever in a situation where we need to go for that. Last but not least, we are bringing Cherry Bomb the Overquill. She is rocking her Black Sludge with the Poison Point ability. We have Spikes, Crunch, Barb Barrage, and Liquidation. We are running 252 EVs in attack, 40 in special defense, 216 in speed with a Jolly Nature. With this spread, we are outspeeding, again, an Adamant Krookodile. We are outspeeding Blaziken, Altaria, Orthworm, Porygon 2, Rampardos, and Hatterene. Really solid Spike setter, in my opinion. I don't anticipate the Hatterene to come, so I think Spikes will go a long way. The only other form of hazard removal on Ben's side of the field is going to be Tentacruel or Defog. Tentacruel with Rapid Spin or Defog from Altaria. So Spikes will go a long way. Crunch is just really nice to throw off in general. Barb Barrage is nice because we do have a chance to poison there, and then once poisoned, the attack power does double, going from 60 base power to 120 base power. And then our Poison Point ability pairs with that really nicely. I feel like Clear Amulet is such a good bring on something like a Krookodile, on something like a Blaziken or a Rampardos, that I don't really see Intimidate being brought this match. I don't see it being beneficial. So I think Poison Point is definitely the way to go there. If we can snag a Poison on the switch and then just start tossing off 120 base power Barb Barrages, I think we're in a really good spot. And then Liquidation is just good just to be able to hit some things. Rampardos, Blaziken, Krookodile, just really strong move otherwise. So that is going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys at team preview. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with week 4 of P4G Pokemon for Glory. Very excited for this matchup. We are going up against the General Tar Heel, and Playmore Esports. Love the boys over there. Love everything they do. Very excited for this matchup. If you guys have never seen any of the content they put out over on the Playmore channel, please take some time after this video. Go check it out. You guys, if you guys missed Team Builder, you guys are going to see my 6th team preview. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll cut the preview and we'll be right back. All right, so we see a little bit of a different team than I anticipated. We do see the Orthworm in the P2. We do see Crook. No Frostlass, but instead we see the Blaziken. Let me just get all this down here. Superior, Blaziken, Porygon 2, Orthworm, Altaria, Krookodile. So no, unless Altaria is running Defog, we've got a good way to get our spikes up. I'm curious. So I really like. It's a toss up between Rotom and Diancie, quite honestly, for me. Because if there's, if I lead Diancie, the Krookodile could be a really good lead, but also Superior could probably on a lot of pressure. Let's go Diancie. Somewhere in my heart of hearts, I believe that to be right. Let me just get everything over here. We see no Hatterene, no Tentacruel, no Galvantula, no Frostlass. No Frostlass and no Rampardos. Rampardos is scary, man. I was thinking about that during the team builder. I was like, if Rampardos just shows up, like if Rampardos just Choice Scarf Terror Rock head smashes my face in, do I just lose? Leads off with Vegapunk, which is going to be the Earthworm, actually. Okay. So we know this is likely going to be Earth Eater. I will simply go for an Iron Defense here, I'm pretty sure. Earthworm. Yeah, I should be faster than this in every universe. I'll simply go for an Iron Defense here. See what he wants to do. Maybe some hazards. Some shenanigans. Spikes. Okay. Some spikes. Okay. I'm going to go for a Rock Polish here. Maybe baiting a switch. Nope, does not switch. Maybe Sash Earthworm. Steel Beam. Oh, that might just kill me. Okay. Okay. Shit. Earthworm KOs DNC with Steel Beam. Wow. Okay. Well. Is now a good time to maybe bring in... Yeah, maybe Rotom. I'm so blown backwards. I'm so blown backwards by that set. I'm just at such a loss for words here that I'm not really sure how to go about it. I'm just gonna go for an overheat. I'm gonna click overheat. Get some damage on something. I am shook. I don't often get those turn one oh gods. But I do, and I did, and here it is. So let's see what he goes out into. Goes out into Gear 5, which is probably gonna be what? P2. Okay. Porygon 2's got download. It is gonna get the special defense or special attack boost, which is a little unfortunate. I think Volt switching out into like Sylveon is fine here. Got the download, probably Eviolite. Oh, you're just gonna go out to Mr. Zero, which is Krookodile. There it is. Okay. 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 I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here. I knew that somewhere in my mind this was going to be a substitute set. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We're having fun. We're having fun. I am getting played at every corner here. We didn't see Intimidate either, so this is definitely Moxie. Little unfortunate. Good news is that it's not max speed unless it's Scale Shot. And you got to run a few different attacks here to get a good amount of coverage off. So if I just go hard into Sylveon for a Hyper Voice here, I think we're in an okay spot. Maybe sub bulk up. Gunk Shot on the read. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so at what point do I say that Ben just, like, read my team like a book? And, but at what point do I just say that there? Yep. Okay. So got a chance to miss with Gunk Shot if I go out into like Servine here. I'm trying to think. What do I need long term? What do I need long term? Superior could be really good for us, or excuse me, Servine could be really good for us here. I can hope it's not super fast. Go for Liquidation to break the sub. Maybe kind of phone in that a potential like Shookaberry or something along those lines. I'll go for it. And if he's faster than a common speed tier that I've got, then that's just great prep work. That's just great prep work there. Yep, so he's going to be faster than about everything else on the team. Krookodile, KOs, Overquill with EQ. Okay. I'm going to go Dougie. I have to break this sub somehow, right? Let's go Dougie. Let's go Dougie. Let's endure. There's the EQ. Okay. We'll be able to get a good reversal off. The only question is then what do I go into? You know? All right, Krookodile KOs. Doug Trio. EQ. Yep. All right, we at least broke the sub. But I think it's a little too late there. Yeah, +3. I mean, we're not in a good spot. We got read like a book. I guess my team was a little phoned in there. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we know you're faster than Rotom. I guess my only play here is to hope that somehow a gunk shot misses or something. But I feel like a +3 Earthquake would still... yeah, +3 Earthquake doesn't knock me out, so I have to go off of like a big gunk shot miss here. Or random coverage move. We'll see. We'll see. We got to show off Terrastellar Servine. Yeah. Nope. Krookodile KOs Servine with Gunk Shot. Yep. That's going to be game. That is going to be game. Well, I gotta say, 2 weeks in a row of getting my absolute getting absolutely dog walked. Super not a fun feeling. Throat chop just to show off the last move. All right. Super not a good feeling. We'll bounce back next week or not. I don't know. 2-2 right now. Still holding strong. Differential's not looking so good. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out Playmore's channel. Be great. Do great. I'll see you on the next video.